Shin-yun watched the world through his dust-streaked window. Below, strangers moved through their lives, each crowned by a swirling mass of crimson threads only he could see the S-lines. A man in a luxury car, his head dense with red tendrils, called to his wife Suna, whose single thread pulsed faintly. Suna shook her head, turning away. Across the street, a woman named HWI1 slammed her apartment window shut, a nest of S-lines writhing above her. Shin-yun's curse began in childhood. A drawing he made, his family, a future wife, and a blood-red thread connecting his father to that unknown bride drove his mother to madness. She killed his father and vanished. Since then, Shin-yun knew his sight brought death. He sealed himself in silence, boarded his windows, and tried endlessly to die, rooftops, ropes, needles. Death refused him. Now he survived on rotting fruit left by HWI1, her kindness a stark contrast to the red web above her. Suna endured fists in a school hallway. HWI Yang and his gang demanded money she didn't have. Her calls to her police officer uncle rang unanswered. She took the blows silently, her lone S-line glowing like a wound. Detective Jae-wook laughed with colleagues about his upcoming wedding, ignoring the forest of S-lines above his own head. His smile faded when his secret lover, a colleague engaged to another, slid her wedding invitation across his desk. He pocketed it, the paper burning against his chest.
신호는? 29세 여성, 혼자 거주하고 있고요.
Jae-wook and his partner Dong-sik stood in a dead woman's apartment. No signs of theft or struggle. Just a body too clean, a room too cluttered, and an old takeout box. A helmeted man had been seen here the night she died. On Shin-yun's television, the same man appeared in CCTV footage, a single S-line snaking from his helmet. Later, Shin-yun watched that man charm HWI1 at her doorstep, a new thread coiling over his helmet. Shin-yun dialed emergency services, then hung up, trembling. Too much risk, too much guilt. HWI1 found Suna's love letter in an empty locker. Jae-wook gave Suna cash without questions, though her bruises tightened his jaw. From his balcony, he noticed Shin-yun shredding cardboard boxes. Dong-sik's call interrupted. A 119 tip about a helmeted man traced to Shin-yun's building. Jae-wook knocked. No answer. Young-min, a teacher with sharp glasses, appeared, calling Shin-yun the complex ghost. Jae-wook persisted, badge pressed to the peephole. The door cracked. Shin-yun stared at the storm of S-lines above Jae-wook's head, the densest he'd ever seen. He admitted seeing the helmeted man, then slammed the door at Jae-wook's questions. That night, the helmeted man reappeared. Shin-yun froze. One S-line. Last night there? Been two. As the man turned toward his window, Shin-yun covered the peephole, heart pounding. Dong-sik traced the murdered woman's ex-boyfriend to Young-min. Jae-wook recognized him, the teacher, from the hallway. Before they could act, a call sent Jae-wook sprinting to the hospital. His father stood on a rooftop ledge. Jae-wook didn't move. Nurses pulled the old man back. Alone in Young-min's unlocked apartment, Dong-sik found a blood-red room and coils of rope. A scuffle. Silence. Young-min emerged wearing a helmet and glasses, heading for HWI1's apartment. Shin-yun grabbed a knife, charged outside, and collapsed. Visions of his mother's outstretched hand flooded his mind. Inside HWI1's apartment, Young-min pinned her down, fingers digging into her temples. Shin-yun stumbled in, knife raised. Young-min disarmed him, stabbed him, then fell to Jae-wook's bullet. Dying, Young-min's eyes locked on Shin-yun's fading S-lines. Afterward, Jae-wook returned Shin-yun's black glasses. Suna visited, revealing she knew Shin Yun from school, knew his mother killed his father. She asked Jae-wook for money. He refused, demanding answers about her bruises. She left silently. Shin Yun began cleaning his apartment, unboarding windows. He put on the glasses. The world bled crimson. Suna found identical glasses in her locker. She slipped them on. S-lines bloomed everywhere. Jae-wook's storm, her own faint thread, her teacher's secrets. She photographed Hwi Young and teacher Sung-jin entering a motel. Sung-jin received her demand, 27 million won, or the world sees. Hwi Young stole the glasses after Suna fainted. Grinning at the newly visible S-lines, he was attacked in the shadows. Suna awoke to find the glasses gone. She stormed to the school rooftop at midnight. Sung-jin begged, citing his pregnant wife. A text arrived. His wife had seen the photos. Rage twisted his face. He lunged. Suna fell. Suna clung to life in the hospital, the ghost of an S-line flickering weakly above her head. A fragile sign she might survive. When Jae-wook demanded answers, Shin Yun confessed he'd followed Suna to school after her call, finding her collapsed. He refused to believe she jumped. At school, tension crackled. The academic board blamed teachers for Suna's fall, their head coldly suggesting she should have died at home. One teacher snapped, defending Suna's survival as colleagues bickered. Amid the chaos, Young-woo helped collect scattered documents. The board silenced them. No leaks. No scandals. Hyung's absence fueled rumors. In the staff room, Hyo-jin blamed herself while others puzzled over Sung-jin's disappearance. Young-woo brushed off marriage rumors. Never again. Jae-wook kept vigil at Suna's bedside. Shin Yun, noticing his dedication, dug deeper. Classmate Kyung-jin offered help, her suspicion falling on Hyung. He'd vanished after Suna's fall. Shin Yun tested Junsa's glasses, hunting for S-lines. Young-woo found mysterious glasses on his desk. Kyung-jin urged him to try them. When he did, crimson threads erupted above every head, especially Jae-wook's, blazing like a warning. Jae-wook revealed Suna's fall wasn't suicide. She'd been blackmailing abusers. Hyung and Sung-jin were missing. A photo of Suna's ex, Jae-woon, showed her panicking before her fall. CCTV placed Hyung at the scene. That night, Young-woo dined with his brother and sister-in-law. S-lines coiled above them both. When his sister-in-law asked about his canceled wedding, he shrugged off his fiancée's betrayal. But in the elevator, he watched her S-lines shift toward another floor, where her lover lived. Back at work, superiors forced Jae-wook to label Suna's case suicide. Young-woo raged. Wearing the glasses, he grew obsessed with Sung-jin's absence and the threads linking teachers. Kyung-jin warned, "Be sure what you see is real." Young-woo discovered a misdelivered package for Unit 401, linked by S-line to his sister-in-law. The tenant, Kalin. After visiting his mother's grave, Young-woo questioned his brother's happiness, haunted by their father's infidelity. He'd left his fiancée to escape that cycle. Photos of Sung-jin and Hyung surfaced at school. Young-woo noted their connected S-line. Just as Jae-wook found Sung-jin's body in a parking lot, a suicide note beside him. Jae-wook suspected murder. The photos leaked after his death. Shin Yun demanded her glasses back before explaining S-lines. Young-woo trailed his brother-in-law to Kalin's hotel room. Posing as room service, he warned, "End this, or I will." Leaving for Canada, Young-woo kissed his niece goodbye, then saw Kalin's pregnancy post. Enraged, he raced back to find his brother crashing his car into Kalin's.
누나 문 좀 열어봐봐. 어?
누나 이거 내가 해결할게. 누나 그냥 아유리랑.
아니야.
When his brother-in-law rushed to Kalin, not his husband, Young-woo swung a punch. His brother stopped him, revealing the truth. His real lover was T-sick. Heartbroken, Young-woo held his sobbing niece. He reread Sung-jin's will, then searched Suna's room. Her sketches of glasses and S-lines led him to Shin Yun. She revealed her natural gift. S-lines were trauma made visible. Young-woo scoffed, but vanishing evidence changed his mind. Suna had blackmailed people with her sight. Shin Yun dreamed of Suna. Colleagues invited her out. She declined, tinkering with motorbikes instead. Meanwhile, me smirked behind S-line revealing glasses, noting his boss's empty head. Over lunch, he admitted his Busan roots and acting dreams. He watched the art teacher linger near a male colleague. Later, in a red wig and dress, me clutched a stapler at a motel. He laughed alone in his room, confessing his hollow hookups. Shin-yun started working the motel's front desk. Jae-wook and Dong-sik theorized. Suna's glasses triggered her blackmail. Hyung vanished after stealing them. Kyung-jin and Young-san visited the motel. Me checked in. Kyung-jin sensed familiarity. Shin-yun noted me's single S-line. In his tiny room, me gazed through glasses at the city's web of red threads. Jae-wook reinvestigated Shin-yun's past. Her S-line sight caused her mother's murderous breakdown. A photo of her mother's markings convinced him. At the hospital, Shin-yun told Jae-wook Suna's single S-line wasn't linked to Hyung's girlfriend. News of another murder showed the killer wearing identical glasses. More pairs exist. Me bonded with the art teacher over acting dreams, until an S-line suddenly connected them. Young-san invited Shin-yun to the school pool. She jumped into shallow water, laughing with him after his panic. Over dinner, she confessed her S-line sight. He believed her. For the first time, a faint S-line glimmered above her head. At work, Dong-sik needled Jae-wook about a female complainant. Jae-wook admitted wanting someone, not physically, and pictured Kyung-jin. Me returned to the motel, ranting in his soundproof room about past lovers. He'd hidden his glasses there, but hearing the art tea share with a woman next door shattered him. Me extended his stay. Seething, he drugged a drink, gave it to the art teacher, and attacked the woman with a fire extinguisher. Stealing her clothes and makeup, he entered the teacher's room. His manic rambling scared the teacher, who tried to leave. Me threw a stapler as the drug took effect. He dragged the teacher's body to bed, lying beside it. Then in the bathroom, me stapled himself to death. Shin-yun discovered the scene. The surviving woman identified me. Jae-wook found no glasses until Shin-yun mentioned me wore them at school. Jae-wook returned to the motel room. There hidden lay the glasses. He put them on. Above his own reflection, a storm of S-lines blazed back at him.